Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Awetu and I do beauty videos on YouTube. So if you're interested in that type of stuff, please don't forget to click on the subscribe button down below to join the family. And I hope you enjoy some of the videos that are already up on my channel. Please do check them out. And so let's get started with this video. Okay, so today's video is affordable makeup kits or beginners makeup kits. So this is the kit that I personally started off with, and I guess a lot of makeup artists or people that are interested in makeup would gravitate naturally towards these products. I will be showing you some of them. All of them will be linked down below in the description box. Yeah, so the first one, we're going to start with brows. And for brows, this is the pencil that I usually use. It is literally a 5 rand brow pencil. It is so small, it's almost finished. So I buy it like very often because it finishes really quickly because you keep having to sharpen it. If you on the pricey side, or if you want to spend a little bit of more coin, recommend this MAC. This is the MAC brow styler in the shade Stud. So this is what it looks like. So yeah, it's between these two pencils that I use on my face, or on my eyebrows in particular, that I draw my brows with. I love these two products. I think they're amazing. I think they work the same. Obviously this one's more high-end or a bit more pricey than this one, which is probably like 5 to 10 rand. It really depends on where you buy it. But yeah, these are my go-to brow products. So in terms of concealers, now we're moving on to face. I will end with the eyeshadows because eyeshadows really varies depending on how much you want to spend and what you're looking for in your eyeshadow palette. So that's a bit more complicated, so I'll end with that. I'm just gonna move on to concealer. And for concealer, there's a few concealers that I would recommend that are really good, really affordable, that you can find at Dis-Chem or Clicks. This one is the NYX. Well, it's been discontinued in South Africa, but if you are looking to buy it, you can find it on a website called, what is that website called? Cult Beauty. Yes, it's called Cult Beauty. It's a UK website. It ships from the United Kingdom to South Africa. It does sell high-end and low-end makeup, so NYX is on that site. So if you're looking for a great affordable full coverage concealer, I'd recommend this NYX. I used to use it all the time when NYX was still available in this country. Unfortunately, I ran out and they had no stock by the time I got there, so I couldn't really stock up on much. The second one, I don't really have a normal shade. I just have this corrector shade, is the LA Girl Pro Concealer. And I know that everyone has used this before or has it in their kits. It is a good way to start off your makeup journey. I started off using this LA Girl, and honestly it's helped me a lot in terms of learning how to conceal and how to use the product, and in terms of not letting it move, etc, etc. Another good concealer that I would recommend, that I'm currently using, it is my go-to concealer. I use it on all my makeup looks. I use it on all my clients. It is really good. It is the Revlon Color Stay Concealer. This concealer is really good. It is full coverage. The only thing that I don't like about it is that it really dries matte, so you just need to be really careful when using it, that you don't have like a fan on in the room, because it will dry and kind of leave like a stain of where it's dry. So you'll have to apply more product and you're kind of wasting product if you do that. So yeah, I would recommend the Revlon. Highly recommend the Revlon. And the last two I'm going to show you is the L'Oreal and the Maybelline. I forgot what this Maybelline is called actually, but this is what it looks like. Yeah, I forgot what it's called. So these are the two. They are both full coverage as well. The L'Oreal has a bit of a scent to it, so if you don't like kind of scented makeup or scented makeup, I don't know if that's I wouldn't recommend you buy this, but it does really smell good. And this is just a full coverage concealer. It is really good. My top two picks personally is the Revlon and the Maybelline. These two are amazing. for concealing, honestly, to die for. We're moving on to primer. For primers, I will first recommend the L'Oreal Infallible Mattifying Base. If you're looking for a mattifying primer, this is my go-to primer. I've been using it a lot recently because of the weather changes, and yeah, it's a really good concealer. It does stay matte, so if you have dry skin, I wouldn't recommend that you use it because it does really mattify your makeup look. The second primer that I'm going to recommend is Prime Plus Perfecting Primer. This is what it looks like. I haven't really used this a lot. I've used it once or twice. It's got how can I describe it? The texture of it is more of like a serum type of vibe. Maybe if I can pump some out. Yeah, and the pump was giving me an issue. I think that's probably why I stopped. Or was it finished? I don't know, but I haven't used it that long. See, it's literally not coming out. But yeah, it's got a bit of a gel-like texture. It does really help the foundation to stick onto the skin. It dries off a bit tacky. It has a tackiness to it, so I don't know, it is a good primer, but I haven't reached out for it in a while, so I wouldn't recommend. And this primer, well, I used to use this primer when I first started doing makeup, like started in the beginning. It is a good primer to start off with if you want to test things out, if you don't want to spend too much. Yeah, it is a good primer to start off with. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about it. There's not much I can say about it. Then moving on to foundations. I don't have any drugstore foundations right now. The only ones that I do have, they aren't my shade, are these two. The first one is the Maybelline foundation. It's a Super Stay 24-hour full coverage foundation, and this is what it looks like. This is a really good foundation. It is a full coverage foundation, so if you do want a full coverage foundation and you're looking for something a bit more on the reasonable side, I would recommend that you get this Maybelline Super Stay foundation, or you can get the Revlon Color Stay full coverage full coverage foundation. Yes, I don't have any right now because I ran out, and yeah, I just haven't had a chance to go back and buy it. I used to be very obsessed with it last year during lockdown. I was highly obsessed with it. I thought it was amazing. The coverage is so good. The application, it's a really good foundation. I will have it up over here so you guys can see what foundation I'm talking about. Yeah, I think it's a really good foundation to start off with as well in your beginner kit to have. Yeah, the second one is this Revlon full coverage foundation. This is a bit of a tricky one. The application of this is a bit tricky because it's not a normal texture. It's not like a liquidy type of texture like a normal foundation would be. It's more of the thick side, or more of like a paste like texture. So I usually mix the two together. It's the full coverage, the Color Stay full coverage foundation, and this one. I think it's, I don't know if the names are the same or I'm just mixing it up. Let me actually, give me a second, let me just Google it quickly so I'm not saying the wrong thing. Revlon. Okay, so it's the Revlon Colors. Okay, so we have the Color Stay foundation, which is this first one over here, and then we have the second one is called the Revlon Color Stay full coverage foundation. I think the word full is just the difference, but yeah, that is what it's called. So I tend to mix the two together with this one, and it really just brings it together because this is a bit of a tricky one. You kind of have to work with it to learn how to use it. Now we're moving on to I contour. So to contour, I use my Revlon Color Stay Life Proof, which is, I say it's this thick foundation, but it's called the Life Proof foundation, and this is what it looks like. I use the shade 450, which is mocha. In your beginner kits, I don't know if it's necessary to have a contour stick or to cream contour. I think it's better to powder contour because you're still kind of like learning the ropes, what to do, what not to do. So this is kind of going to be a tricky thing to start with because of the blending process of it, and if you apply too much, it will become a bit messy. So I think I would recommend you start off with a powder contour instead. So the powder contour that I recommend is this Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette. Is the medium to dark shade. This is what it looks like. It is pretty old. I've used it for a very long time. I don't know if it's been discontinued, but I cannot find it anywhere. Like, child, I've been looking and I can't find it. Like, literally can't find it. So I think it's been discontinued. And then other one that I have is from NYX, and NYX has been discontinued in this country. So I don't know, guys. This is what the NYX one looks like. It's called the it's called the 3 steps to sculpting. So this is what it looks like. Yeah, I don't know what to recommend at this point because that's what I use. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, if you do find the Black Radiance, big ups to you. Maybe it's still available at other Discount stores. It's been sold at Discount, but for the NYX, I said Cult Beauty. So if you're really keen on getting it, you can just go on Cult Beauty, and I'm sure they will have it there for you. In terms of bronzers, I don't have any bronzers that are drugstore to recommend to have in your kits. I don't think I used any bronzer when I was still starting off. I think I just contoured and I called it a day, really. Then for blush, there's this Revlon blush. It's just a normal blush, like there's nothing wow about it. I love the payoff it has on dark skin though. It really pays off. It's not like a ashy kind of color. It's really rosy, blush, pink, you know the vibes. And then for highlights, I use this Revlon Skin Lights highlighter. This is a fairly new highlighter though, but it's really good to start off with in terms of having in your kits. In terms of eyeshadow, these are the eyeshadow palettes that I started off by using. Essence has these really great, let me just show you quickly. This is what they look like. These really great palettes. They come in, how many shades? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. It's 9 shades in each. This is what it looks like, and I've really been using this a lot. When I first started off during lockdown, when I started taking my makeup seriously, I bought these palettes. They go for about, I think, 150 rand. I'm not too sure, but yeah, they are really great to start off with. So you can kind of just go in store, Discount or Clicks, open one up and see if you like the shades that are inside, or if there's a look that you saw and you kind of want to recreate it. See if it has those colors, and then you can buy that one and really work around it and play with it. The only drugstore palettes that I do have are from Essence. They are the ones that I personally recommend. They have a lot of variety. It's just, I love the way it has variety, as so it's a high-end kind of eyeshadow palette. There's a lot of palettes that there's a lot of colors that you can work with, create different looks, and kind of play around with it until you find your own vibe and style and, you know, passion in this whole thing. Okay, so lips. These are the lip products that I use. The first one is a nude lip gloss. It is from Catrice. It's called the Dewy Full Lips Conditioning Lip Butter, and this is what it looks like. If I can just take some out. This is the kind of nude shade it looks like. It's actually what I have on right now. Yeah, what I have on right now on my lips. I absolutely love this. I'm actually running out and I need to go get a new one, but I love it. Highly, highly, highly recommend this lip gloss from Catrice. It's in the shade Do You Care, which is 040. The second one is this Maybelline Hot Vivid Liqueur in the shade Unreal. It is very old and it is actually finished, but it is also a nude shade. If I can just get some out, Lord, just a little bit. Okay, I think I got a little bit. It is this second shade right here. So it is this one down here. It is a more, it almost looks the same, but it is a lighter shade than the first one, as you can see. And this is what it looks like. Yeah, this is what it looks like. So it is in the shade Unreal if you want to buy that. And then it's the Essence Shine 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 lip gloss. You can't even see the branding, child, because I use it so much. I honestly love it. I think everyone loves it. But yeah, it is just a normal clear gloss. Obviously it will get a bit tainted if you use it a lot, but it is the last one right here. So yeah, those are the things that I recommend for the lips. My go-to, actually, I use them almost every day, or every time I do my makeup, that is, of course. In terms of brushes, now brushes are a bit of a tricky subject because everyone has their own preference. It really just depends on you. In terms of beauty blenders, this is what I recommend. This is what I use. This is the Sorbet beauty blender. I think it goes for about 80 rand at Clicks. This is what I buy. This is what I use. I actually have two. I just use this one for my makeup. As you can see, the size difference. It does get a little bit bigger once you run it underwater and use it, but this is what I use for my makeup, what I use in my previous makeup video. If you haven't, please do check that out. And yeah, in terms of brushes, there is a company on Instagram called Modern Dolls. Let me quickly open it up and show you guys. Modern Dolls is a company, female, black owned, and that is where I recommend you get good quality brushes for a reasonable price. This is what their page looks like. And yeah, as you can see here, some of the brushes that they do have, they are honestly amazing, amazing, amazing. I think she's doing a wonderful job with her brand and what she's grown to be and still growing to be till this day. So yeah, I think you should check them out. They're called Modern Dolls on Instagram. Other than that, Clicks and Discam do have brushes. I think it's Discam. Yeah, Discam has some really good face brushes that you can find. I don't really have any here. I might just pop them up over here if I find them on the internet. Yeah, you can use those brushes as well. And in terms of eyebrow brush, this is the Catrice. The name of the brush is not there anymore. This is the brush I used to use for my brows. I don't use it anymore because I've upgraded, child, but it's really good for the brows. So that is it for today. In terms of setting sprays, there is the Maybelline, I think it's called Long Lasting. I actually don't know what it's called. I will have it up here. I think it's a really, really good setting spray for beginner. And yeah, I think you should get it. I think it's the bomb. I think it's the best drugstore that you can find. It's that Maybelline setting sprays. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope this video really helped you in terms of creating your small little beginner makeup kits for all your essentials and what you'll need to start off your makeup journey. Yeah, I hope this video really helped you out. If you do have any questions, please leave them down in the comment section below. Please give this video a huge thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and please do subscribe to my channel. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.